Okay, guys. Wow. All right, a lot of spirit interference there. You see what just happened here? I literally just got thrown off when I wanted to talk to you about something so important and something that's so new. Okay, so if you can hear me now, I see you're back here. Let's share again. Let's hop back on. Hey, Jillian. Seems like tonight is going to be a fun night of connections. I see that already. Somebody shut this off for me, and I didn't shut it off. So if you know this is what's happening, you know how spirit works. I see all of you coming back in. Thank you guys so much for resharing, stepping back in, finding me online. Spirit is literally interfering with the feed. Could you believe this? This is like crazy. What is this, like take 6? I mean, this is unbelievable. So we will talk about a lot of things, and I definitely am going to start talking about that's so funny, Ellen. Do I ever worry about the future of our planet? Humans are so destructive. Yeah, I think about that. I get a lot of information about that also. I don't normally disclose that. So, but I do think about it because it's scary what people will do. It's a shame, really. It's quite frankly a shame, because this is the world about love, that we're supposed to bolster each other and lift everybody up so that everybody can have the most optimal experience while they are here, right? I'm so glad you found me. Thank you so much. Jamie, thanks for watching. Thank you for everybody's coming up. Thanks, Spirit and the Moon. Cass, could you believe this? I mean, this is crazy. Evelyn, right? Are they playing? But I know people are saying they just got booted off. Yeah, they got booted off because Spirit literally just shut it. I mean, they literally just shut it down. Let's see what happens when I try to talk about it again. Let's hope they don't boot the feed again. But we're talking about the new energies, right? And when we talk about new energies, it's something important to know about, especially because some of you may be parents to the new energies that are forthcoming. So it's a great concept to talk about. And people know about the indigo children, right? People know about crystal children, and the newest, the rainbow children. What you notice with them, with the rainbow children, is when you look at them, and if you can see auras, you notice that their auras switch color throughout their whole body, because they truly are rainbow children, which means like literally the colors of them, of the rainbow, are all around them at different times. And they have many different gifts as well. They're highly sensitive individuals. So those are the rainbows. The crystal ones, a bit more laid back, very highly intuitive people themselves as well. And then before that came the indigos. Those are the ones that came in with a purpose to kind of create change. And as a result of creating change, they had to be a bit more maybe chaotic or a bit more aggressive in their stance. You'd notice more indigos because they're the types a lot of times that will be at protests. Crystals, more laid back. They let everything fall into place and just use their intuition. Rainbows are the newer children that are currently here, right? So there's all these different children. Now there's a new consciousness that's going to be arriving to our planet, okay? And it's a beautiful consciousness that is forthcoming as well. You will know, I'm going to attempt to tell you about them. Hopefully we don't get cut off. Hey guys, so the new consciousness that is coming to our planet in the year 2020, there will be fetuses born in 2020, which means there would be inception in 2020, and they'd actually be delivered in 2021. So the physical beings would actually start being shown in 2021, and they are called the light children. L-I-G-H-T, light, the light children. And the light children come to this world with a purpose, and their purpose is, you know, it's an aggressive purpose, but they are not themselves aggressive individuals, right? It's a consciousness that is aggressive, that's looking to help change, okay? And it's a beautiful consciousness. So they come in between, basically 2020 is when the fetuses start to come into individuals. They will be carried by people themselves who are rainbows, crystals, and indigos. That is the only souls that will be carrying these type of souls or consciousness that come in, will be these individuals that are themselves indigos, crystals, or rainbows. Right? But you will notice that they will first start coming in being born in 2021, and they will stay being born for the next 10 years, so I'm told, unless agendas don't get being pushed into place. They could stay longer for 20 years in terms of when they're actually being born. Now, what you'll notice about light children, right, is that they have porcelain skin, meaning their skin is truly white, very, very light, very soft features, very, very light. I mean, uncannily light. So even if you have a child that is of an ethnic background, they will be so light within their acceptable, or what you would expect from their typical skin coloring based on family, right? You will notice that they're very, very light. You will also notice that they have very large eyes, you know, very beautiful large eyes. So something you would notice is when you look at them that their eyes are nice and big, but what is distinctive about their eyes, aside from the fact that they're going to be between blue and blue-green in coloring, right, is that their pupils are actually relatively small comparatively to looking at other individuals. So that's one of the characteristics that people will notice first about them is the pupil size. Not like when they're looking in light, you know, can make the pupil size go smaller or whatnot, but under normal circumstances, their pupils will be smaller than regular individuals, right? This is just something that they come in with because of their heightened sensitivities visually. And when I say heightened sensitivities visually, what I mean is that these light children that will be coming in will have the capacity, okay, to see through matter. Many of them will be able to see through things almost in a 3D-like quality. And the easiest way for me to describe that is if you've ever seen the new show The Good Doctor, right? And you've seen how in the show he looks at let's say bodies, right, organs, and he can see through the skin and see how things process. That's probably the most simplest way that I could describe how they're able to see through matter. Now, their purpose here is completely benign. They are completely love-based consciousness that is coming in, but their purpose is to aid the planet in growth in the science, neurofield, physics field, mechanical, bio, all science related that will help the medical community, that will help the world community, and they will be able to see things that regular doctors or regular researchers would have much harder time seeing or would take them much longer. Also, because they are light children, their connection to the divine is that much more pronounced than other individuals. So as a result of that, they're able to have this direct connection, which will feed them intelligence, okay, that they need in terms of their research projects and in terms of what they're doing on this planet to help people grow. Especially, you're going to see tremendous growth in medical advancements as a result of these children that will be coming here and then growing up to be adults. So obviously as a child they're not going to have the capacity to do what adults would do, but as they study and they become an adult and they're in college and they're pursuing a career professionally, you're going to notice that they have extraordinary abilities, especially their vision, and their vision is uncanny to other ones that may exist. So their vision is superior to rainbow children, superior to indigos, and superior to crystal children. They will have heightened sensitivities, especially food sensitivities. So things that are processed will make their tummies upset. Food coloring, things of that nature would be a bit more you know, it's just they're more delicate inside. So it's the easiest way that I could say it is, you know, if you ends up being a parent to one of these children, one, you're going to know it specifically when you look at them. That's going to be your first indicator, is because they're so light-skinned. Even their hair coloring, for the predominant amount of them will be coming in, from what I'm being told, is that their hair coloring is white or light coloring. For those of you that believe in like outside energies, I guess the closest reference point that I could give you is similar to what some people would consider what maybe like Nordics or people that have fair skin and very light hair and very light eyes would have. And they are very their muscles, they have really great muscle structure. I don't know why I want to say that, but they really do have great muscle structure. They will be really just highly evolved, and their vision, it will be incredible. So you're going to see advancements in technology, especially biotechnology, where they're going to be able to come up with a lot more cures to help society with systemic illnesses that, you know, plague us. So you're going to notice that when it's coming on, when these kids start coming in, remember, they start coming in, you'll actually know that they're here, delivered in 2021. And I'd been told about this a few years ago, but tonight they had reinforced this to me, actually this morning. They had reinforced to me that we would be talking about this, just to get this out there so we know that there's a next generation of consciousness coming in a few years called the light children. Also, specifically when you look at them from an auric perspective, for those of you that can see auras, Okay, they will have completely white auras. You will never see color around them because they are light, right? They're just pure light bodies and their connection to the divine. So for those of you that can see color in auric fields, you will notice that you will only see white of that on around them, which is pretty amazing. Some of it may have a whitish silvery cast, but that's about it. So that's just some new news about what's coming ahead from what I'm being told from my guides. And, you know, pay attention to who's being born. You know, there's going to be great things happening on this planet if we can all pull together and start coming from a space of love, right? Because that's what it's all about, is lifting people up. So will they be able to help the environment? Absolutely. I'm just tuning in as you're talking, Rebecca. Absolutely. And you're getting chills. Yeah, chills are definitely a confirmation of the truth. So hey Jane, thanks so much for watching. Thank you, Sandra, for sharing. So those for you, again, my name is Shira. I am a psychic medium, and we're talking about the new consciousness that's coming to this planet, the light children, and they will be making their debut physically in 2021, but becoming into fetuses in 2020. So pretty amazing stuff. I can't wait to see what the future has for all of us in terms of advancements, you know, especially in the medical and bioengineering components. There is a lot coming this way. And it's beautiful because they're showing me, envisioning, you know, illnesses being completely eradicated with vaccinations and with different protocols. So it's just amazing what is going to take place, you know, and it's almost the fact of like, these kids are not going to be defiant, and they'll be adults at that point, but they won't be defiant, but they will be steadfast in knowing that what they're here to do to help. So as a result of that, these are the kids that do not take no for an answer. So they will push ahead and push ahead, especially when they know what they're talking about, even if science isn't able to prove it right in front of them at the exact moment. They will just keep pushing forward. So thank you, Lisa. Yeah, isn't that amazing? I just think it's so fascinating to see what's going to come in our future years. So I mean, we're in 2018, so if they're making their debut, we got 3 years for them to start making their debut. And those of you that are getting pregnant in 2020 and you're an indigo or a crystal or a rainbow, well, you might end up having a light child. We don't know. They choose us, right? So we never get to choose. It's always the incoming that choose the parents, which I think is amazing. So for those of you that have children or children here in the physical or children on the other side, just know that they have in fact chosen you. You got to be their parents for a reason. So it's just amazing. And yes, Terry, to answer your question in terms of cancer, yes, I'm being told that that's one of the prime things that they will be working on for not just in one type, it's going to be systematic. So I'm also seeing like specific, being able to tailor into an organ and actually see the area without even medical devices to do the scans. They themselves could look at them and pinpoint it, and then compared to a machine that would scan, it would be side by side. It would be exactly the same. So it's just pretty amazing what's going to be forthcoming for 2020 into 2021. Just fabulous, fabulous what's coming in. And I feel blessed. I know that you and I and many of us will be here to meet these children and be parents to these children. You know, some of you out there that you're going to see your kids, you know, save a lot of people, and you're going to see your kids break records and become legends in their own right and really truly heal and save the world, you know, one patient at a time, or one discovery, one research, one innovation at a time. So it's just pretty amazing. I know, right? X-ray vision. Yeah, literally. I mean, they're going to be able to see it in color, which is blowing my mind, that they will literally be able to see it in color and see it in a three-dimensional 4D view. Actually, it's more like a 4D, because they'll be able to see through matter. I mean, and just think about that, because energy is always in a constant state of motion, and, you know, whether it's a hard object or not, you know, it's always still in a state of motion, but they're able to see through it, whether it's opaque, like something like this, or it's an organ. Go figure. These are amazing kids, and it's just something that's so amazing. So let's focus on 2018 questions for you guys. Since now I got it out there what Spirit wanted me to have, whether they wanted to shut it down or not, we persevered. So thank you all, you guys who continue to watch. You know, the disclaimer from the prior post still applies to this post as well. If you're continuing to watch, I know that you're aware of that. And we will go on to your lives in 2018 and what's coming up for you. I'm so glad I came back on too, because they kept telling telling me I had to get this out there. I had to be the first one to bring this out about the light children. So you heard it first. Shira Psychic Medium talks about the light children that will be coming here in 2020, 2021. Get ready. It's going to be an amazing ride, amazing discoveries that are coming here. So let's talk about 2018 for you guys. That's what is next. So let me see where I pull in, and we'll go from there. Bear with me here. When you're asking me questions, you have to be specific, because like saying to me, just so you guys, like for my oldest, my youngest, there are hundreds of people watching in the moment, signing in and out. When I focus in, I need to be able to focus in on a name, right? Or I need to be able to focus on a number, right? Just saying oldest is not going to do it for me, just the way I connect, okay? So let's see. Let's see here. Linda, there does look like there's a move coming in for you. It doesn't look like it's for another year or so, but it does look like there is a move. Yes, you will be okay out of it, so don't worry about that. Nicole, financially, it looks like a little bit more of the same through the beginning portion of the year, but by September, it looks like you are getting a surplus of income. So just know that there is finances are coming in the right direction, but you have a little bit of a waiting game on that. Hey, Kirsten. Hi, Clarinda. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys for sharing. Share, share, share away, so I know that you guys are watching. Hey, Patty, I hope it went so beautifully tonight for you with everything that Melissa did. I'm sure it was beautiful. Okay, Jessica, timing. I'm not feeling it's a medical issue. I feel like this is a baby soul issue, like on the other side. The timing is not fully there yet. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. There is a move, Linda. Yep. Okay, let's see. I'm picking up onto somebody that's going to be going into nursing for a career change. Somebody asked about a career change, and there is a nursing component that is coming in. I can't see the name. It just went by too fast, but there is a nursing component. You'll get chills or heat or tingles around you when you know it's for you and you want a validation also. Terry, will you continue to be part of a meditation group? I got no and yes, which means like you'll be doing it sometimes, doing it other times, not so much. It just means like you have to find your balance that works for you, right? Will you be relocating? Not yet, Helen. 2020 looks like more of a definitive time. It looks like anything that you look at now is kind of going to get delayed or pushed back. Okay? Will your career become established? Yes, with a few, I want to say bumps, which means nothing that you would do. It really feels like more of some of the occurrences or the people that you're going to be encountering might give you a little bit of a taste in your mouth that you're going to say, do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? Do I want to do this? Do I not want to do this? I see you just going back and forth in your head simply because of some of the physical people that you'll be encountering, not the spirits on the other side, if that makes sense. There is, by the way, I do have a little boy that's with me in spirit right now, so I don't know whose this little boy is right now. I know he's connected to a female. I keep hearing Mary, then I heard Michelle, so I definitively know that it's an M name female that he is in fact connected. He looks to me like under 10. He's a shorter kid, really, really cute. Dark hair, but kind of like the Ayrshire brown dark style. I feel like his life was affected with illness. It feels more like a blood disease, but I keep hearing cancer also. So I do feel like this little boy is trying to show that he is in fact around. Just want to make that clear. I don't know if any of you can take him, but I do feel his presence around me right now. It is a little boy. I do feel like he did have a blood or blood-related cancer, and I do feel like he's also connected to a Mary or Michelle. It's an M name that I am getting, and I feel like he's 10 or under. Okay, in 2018 for you, Joanne, let me just see here. I don't see a move. I see you staying where you are. I'm actually a little bit concerned about the knees and the back connected to you, so I'd say take it a little bit lightly. Don't put yourself crazy physically. You know, do what you need to do, but don't go crazy with it. Let's just see here. I'm just reading questions here. I'll see where I get pulled to, guys. Christine, should you be patient with the relationship? I heard no. I'm all for love, but I heard no. So it's up to you and what you want to do, but I did hear no. Thank you for calling me kind-hearted. I missed the message though, so if you can retype it, I will definitely see if I can grab that one. Thank you so much, Houston. Antoinette, thank you. Now, it's so weird. I have some spirit singing to me, na 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 na, na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye, and they're waving to me right now. So I feel like that would have been something that they would have done themselves. They actually would have sang that song, and I know that sounds silly, but it is a male. He is older. I do feel like he is in his late 20s, actually, but he would have done that as a kid or as a teenager. And I feel he's also connected to a Sue or a Susan, so the link would be through her in the living, and he would be on the other side. So, Stacy, what's going on around you? Oh, chaos, Stacy. What's going on there? Let's just see here. The home dynamic feels a little like this, so you must be stressed, and it feels like it's also connected to... I hear you need your peace, really. Like, you need your peace and quiet. You need the family to leave you alone for a little bit to let you heal. It feels like you're going to have a little bit more of this medical stuff going into early February. Like, I feel like you'll still be contending going to doctors through early February, but then it feels like those health problems will dissipate as a result of that. Okay? Lita or Leader Joe, I got a no on that. I don't know who the friend is, but I immediately heard no. Okay. Rain, road trip in March. Yes. Yes, that will be a turning point for you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I get the feeling of love and this feeling of, you know, empathy coming over me as I go into your energy also. Yes, Angela, I do see you guys moving south soon. I feel like him getting frustrated and saying, like, this is where we really need to be in terms of taking the move south down by the beach area. I almost feel like the Carolinas or whatnot, but I feel like we're down there, and it feels like the move is going to come in sooner than you're expecting because he's just going to decide, okay, this is where we need to be. I do feel pregnancy coming in, so for those of you that are asking pregnancy, I did feel there's a pregnancy coming in. I do feel you'll be pregnant in March, actually. Okay. I'm looking. Bear with me, guys. I saw there was a name Katie that just popped up on I was focusing on. I hear the word headache, so I don't know who's suffering from headaches, but I feel like it's both emotional and physical that's coming in a little bit. I think you're going to notice that more through this month into April. It feels like a little bit of a chaotic feeling through then, but it does subside after that. Anne Marie, the relationship, is it worth fighting for? Depends on how you look at it. It depends if you want to continue living like the way you're living or not. So that's a question for you. Okay. Let's see. I'm planning on it, Carolyn. That's my goal, unless Spirit throws me a curveball. Okay. Michelle, let me focus on you. March feels a little bit like this in terms of a little health things I feel like you're going to have to deal with, but I do feel like by June you're going to feel like a new person completely, which I think is fantastic for you. Okay. Susan, no. No in terms of the question, are we at the right doctor? I heard no. Keep looking. I feel like it's going to be the next one. So... let's see. Hi, babe. I see you're watching. Hope she's watching too. Okay, my husband and my daughter just chimed in. Hi, guys. Sorry, I have to do a mommy moment. Love you guys. Okay, sorry, guys. But I did want to tell you, Ellen, I did see your question come through. I do see you wanting to pause for a month or two, and even if you do pause for the month or two, it does feel like you're going to pick up another business venture that would be similar. I see you feeling like you need to be active, your mind needs to be going, needs to be doing, but there's a sense of unfulfillment connected to what you're doing right now simply because you're not feeling very motivated, but the motivation will pick back up again for you in March. Okay, so if you give it a break for a hot minute or two, I do feel like you will be picking it back up or doing a similar project. Okay. Now, 2008, let's see here. You know, it's so weird because when I go into 2008 and I think about it on a world level too, it's, you know, there's a lot of chaos, unfortunately, that I'm feeling because of personalities of people, especially that are decision makers. Not just even in our country, but in other countries as well. And as a result of it, it feels a little volatile to me personally. I'm hoping things smooth out. But we got to get past March first. You know, March would be a turning point for us on a global level and see where we're at with people, because personalities seem to be getting in the way, if you know what I'm saying. And it feels like March will be very telling for all of us. Okay. Let's look over here. Okay, so just so you guys know, when you ask me questions like anything for me or things like that, you got to be specific because I'm looking at 100 questions at a shot. So I need to be able to focus in on a word and then just go really fast. But like anything isn't going to cut it for me. So just because of the volume of people that are watching right now, I need to focus on very specifics. There is a Robert that's also present right now. I will tell you on the spirit side. I do have an individual by the name of Robert. Okay, some might have known him as Bobby. I do feel like he was a fireman or in the EMS police capacity. I do feel like this is a great guy. I feel actually a Long Beach connection to him as I go into his energy. I feel like he's the guy's got along with everybody. I feel like he would have actually gone to school in Long Beach in New York, and I feel like with him, you know, he would have left behind a sister and left behind family as well, parents also. I know that he's completely well, and I know that he just wants to extend love to the family, especially during the holidays. So I'm not sure who is connected to him, but somebody is that's watching this, because he wouldn't be stepping forward without the information. But I do feel like the last name starts with a C. I want to say it starts with a C, the way it's coming into my head. They're having me draw a C. So I feel like I want to call him Bobby more than Robert, but I do know that he is in fact with us and that he's completely well and that his passing would have been of a tragic nature. It does feel, you know, it really does feel tragic. I'm not going to go into all the specifics of it because we are online right now, but it was a tragic passing. I do know that he is well. And he is completely great. Okay, Jane, something about your son. Is he going to take a police test? Great career option for him. He may choose not to do it, though. But it would be a great career path if he decides to move forward with it. Okay? Irene, future going to be brighter in the next few months? Absolutely, but May, you're going to love the month of May, because the month of May is going to really make you smile. I see a lot of positivity with the way you feel, the people around you, just lifting your spirits, right? So focus on the fact that May is forthcoming, and it's going to be a great feeling. I don't know why somebody just in the spirit world said to me, stock up on water, people. So I don't know what that's about, but somebody is just encouraging us to stock up on water. Maybe it's the snowstorm that's coming. Who knows? Okay, let's just see what also is coming in. You know, I have what feels like an individual that is connected to Alabama. Now, I know I'm broadcasting from New York, but there is an individual that's connected to Alabama who's trying to convey information to me. There's some sort of strong religious affiliation with this child and the family of this child, but it feels like he would have had a very strong religious upbringing, but the type of upbringing where the parent or the family members would have scolded by using a belt. Like if you go back to how people discipline children, you know, eons ago. Hopefully many people don't do that now, but it looks like a more of a disciplinarian attitude with this child that was done to him. I do feel that he is on the other side. I do feel like his life was cut short, and it does feel a bit more of a foul play mechanism. And it's weird because I almost feel like he hasn't been found or located. But I do feel like he's connected out of Alabama, and I don't know who he's connected to here in the room, but I know that his soul is well now. And that's it. Helen, you were literally refilling your water when I heard to stock up on water. That's awesome. We are clearly connected, right? So let's just see here. Hi, Lauren. Okay, now there's also a grandma, it reminds me of a Dorothy or a Dottie that I have to acknowledge. Oh, Doreen. Okay, so, all right. It's a grandmother with a D name. Could be Dorothy or Doreen, D-O name. And I do feel like she is on the other side. She's the type of grandmother who is truly, you know, the stereotypical grandmother. She is soft, she's warm, she's got that, her dress, the way she's dressed, I actually see her in what looks like a muumuu style dress that she's wearing, but I feel like she'd wear this when she was cooking. I keep seeing a wooden ladle, and I'm seeing her stirring what feels like some type of, I almost want to call it like eggplant stew or some type of stew that would have involved vegetables, the way she's putting it into my head. And I feel like with her also that she had an old-fashioned kitchen but adored it. The tiles on the walls of the kitchen had vibrant colors including yellow, blue, and white in the kitchen itself, but the colors of the cabinets were on the darker brown side. And this is a grandmother with the letter D, and her name is a D-O name, okay? And so I do have to acknowledge her. I feel like her household was everything. I feel like she loved her kitchen tiles, although I kind of think everybody else didn't, but I got the impression that she loved her kitchen and she loved doing for the family. I also feel like there was a connection to a family member that was a mechanic or around cars and oil as well, because I'm getting that smell coming over me also. And I just feel like she's here to say that she's around you and loves you, and that she is completely happy on the other side and connected with love. Noah, if you wouldn't mind, or Kana, I'm sorry if I'm totally butchering your name, but just put your son's name down and I'll focus in on the name if you wouldn't mind, okay? Let's see, long-term relationships. I like May for that. I really do like that for you in May, okay? That does feel like a substantial connection is coming in there. And it does feel like somebody who gets you, if that makes sense. Like he gets you, okay? And I really just love that feel that's coming in. Hey, Liv, so glad you're watching. Yeah, I actually did, Marion. I know this sounds simple. I really just did hear Mommy misses you too. So I do know that I have a mother energy that specifically, as you just popped that question up in my eyes, that's what I just saw. I heard the response back, Mommy misses you too. So let me just see here. Okay. Angela, I saw the question, but if you could just retype her name so I can refocus back in on that, okay? Somebody is suffering from really bad migraines right now also that I'm aware of. It's a male in the living. He's suffering from really bad migraines simply because he works way too much and he's not sleeping. And as a result of that, he's not giving his mind the time to process. And I keep feeling like this need to say that he needs to get some rest. That is the feeling that keeps coming over with me. He's in the living. He's connected here. Somehow he is connected. I just feel like, boy, this man needs a little sleep, if you know what I'm saying. And now, okay, question, Angela, about Nicole. You know, I keep feeling like she needs to go to a homeopathic doctor. Has she been to one yet? Because I do feel like the way they're putting it into my head is that it's more like more systemic. It feels like it runs through her. My joints aches. I feel tired. My body's hurting me. I don't know if I would specifically say Lyme, but I do know that I feel like she needs to see a naturopath. And celery, she needs to eat more celery. If you could focus in on getting her to eat celery or juice celery, for some reason Spirit keeps showing me the healing benefits of celery with her. Okay? If you can comment and let me know if I'm tapping into the right soul connected to Eddie, with Eddie being in the physical, is there a problem or has he been affected with anything in the groin area or lower area by the colon? Because I'm right in that area. If you wouldn't mind just letting me know, and then I'll keep processing in. Okay. Okay, Angela, I'm glad you got that. But yeah, the migraine part that I was picking up on was connected to a male in the living. And just, he's a workaholic, great guy, workaholic, and just not sleeping because he's not letting his mind rest, and he just needs to, you know, meditate, you know, zen out. Absolutely, Angela, you got it. Thank you guys so much for watching.